Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. I'm whispering because I'm in the woods. A lot of times that drives people nuts when I whisper because I'm in the woods. Well, I never want to make an unnecessary disturbance if I don't have to, even though I'm about to make a lot of noise. So here's the plan for today. You can see right here, I'm in the woods. The plan for today is twofold. One, I'm cutting a couple trees down to make it to where we can access more pieces of this property with the side-by-side. And two, we are opening up the canopy in several spots to do some in the woods food plots for the deers. So what's the whole point of that? Well, let me show you something real quick. So you can see behind me, there's not really a whole lot growing on the ground. That is because, let me turn this up, the canopy is pretty full during the daytime. You can see we're in the shade here. This is complete shade, 100% shade. We don't have any sunbeams. So what does that mean? If I try to put a food plot in here, it's not gonna grow. So what I'm gonna do is cut the junk trees. Now what's the junk trees? Well, I'm gonna leave the cedars and the maples and the oaks. There's some kind of junk tree growing through here. Let me just show you an example. Here's a real good example right here. I don't know what this bark is. Of course, it's got poison ivy on it too. Oh my goodness. I get poison ivy real bad, but you see the leaves on the actual tree right there? And then that right there, that canopy piece, there's several of these junk trees all throughout here. That's also a junk tree, but that one's rather large. I'm just gonna be taking down all the ones about as big as my arm and smaller. I mean, and then here's a cedar tree. Don't ask me why, but the poison ivy really loves the cedar trees. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna go through here, cut down all this smaller junk, and that's gonna open up some canopy, so maybe I can get some stuff growing down here. Now we got some good dirt, plenty of compost, to where if I come through with a rake, throw some seeds out right before rain, it'll probably do pretty good. Now we got the chainsaw up here in the back of the Kawasaki mule and some gas, but this is the stuff I'm planning on putting out. No BS. I've heard good things about this, that it's easy to grow. What's it got in it? Bum, bum, bum. Come on. It's got oat, clover, trophy rape, radish, some other clover, and some chicory. And then I've got some extra seeds, some peas, and some brassica stuff. I'll probably throw it on top of it, but this is the main bit that I won't be throwing out. There's also some fall downs and just trash through here, as you can see. And this is just one of the spots, but all in all, I'm just going to be working today, clean up the junk and clean up some of the canopy from the junk trees, and hopefully make it more inviting for our whitetail. Let me get this old chainsaw going, and we're gonna clear some spots for the sun to come through. This Kawasaki mule has like 10-12 inches of ground clearance, so I'm gonna cut them at least that short. Probably as close to the ground as I can get, really, on all these little trees. So that way we're opening the canopy and making some better paths for me to get through the woods on some of these tight spots. Let me get to ripping that chainsaw, see if I can get it started. Y'all don't want to watch me with a chainsaw for half an hour, or probably 2 hours I'll be out here. So I'm gonna show you like 15 seconds of it. So quick check-in. First of all, it's only 80-some degrees, but it's like 1,000% humidity. So I'm sweating like crazy. So I wrapped a t-shirt on my head, but you can already see, look behind me. See how bright that is? Opened up a couple good holes in this spot, in the trees. I think I'm gonna cut out one or two more of those bigger junk ones, not that one, but a little bit over there. But hey, ended up cutting down a little bit more than I thought, but it'll be worth all the effort. First, I'm just down in them all, then I'm gonna come back through and we'll clean it up and load it up. Really, for this spot, you can see there's a big cedar fall down right there. I'm kind of gonna continue that theme all the way around this little food plot, just to kind of give them that sense of security where they're shielded. Could go both ways. It could make them feel secure because they got walls around them. It could also make them feel afraid because they can't see very far to look for predators. But don't know till we try. That's my theory. So a bunch of this big stuff, I'm just going to cut it to where it's small enough to where I can drag it and kind of drag it around the perimeter of this. But I'm going to cut one or two more here. Then I'm going to have to clean all this up. Then I'm going to drive around to a few more spots. I didn't tell you already. This is the Kawasaki Mule Pro 1000. It's the FXT model. That gives you 6 seats, and you can also move that wall up to right there and give yourself a bigger bed. But that thing's awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. I stopped to get a drink real quick, checking in with y'all. It's gonna be good once the food plots are in. All right, so day 2, I'm gonna clean this baby up. I got a new chain. I'm gonna use these real quick. If you've never seen this, this pack comes in real handy for doing stuff like this. But picked up a new chain from Ace. We're gonna be ready to go. I ended up taking down a whole lot more trees than I expected to, but we're gonna get it all done once and we'll be ready to put those plots in, and we'll have more sunshine on the ground to grow our plants. So I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, slap it back together. We're gonna be ready to go. All right, so here's the scoop between yesterday and today. Whew. What time is it? About 12 hours combined of nothing but chainsawing trees and lugging fallen trees around. And let me tell you, I'm wore out. I'm not kidding. Anybody knows me, I don't take breaks, I don't eat breakfast, I don't eat lunch. I'm all about getting the business done, okay? Most people don't like to work with me because they don't want to answer their phone and text their mama and stop and take a snack break. Hey buddy, we got stuff to do, okay? I don't take breaks. All that being said, strategically placed all the trash. Here's a maple I cut right there. Ooh, that's a big old maple. I don't know how many trees I cut, probably near 100. Also cut paths for this side-by-side to get pretty near all the way through the property. Exhibit A right there. You couldn't even walk through that, and now you can drive through it. But yeah, you can see I got some sunlight in my eyes right there. We opened up that canopy. You can see behind me, see that sun on the floor? Mission accomplished. It's a bummer I didn't get it in before the rain. That's another thing. I've been working in the rain all day today. Soaking. Hey, but it's all for the deers, baby. Hey, anybody who loves catching deers as much as I do knows what I'm talking about. But hey, I'm not gonna put seed out until it's gonna rain. Too many turkeys and birds and deers, for that matter. Deers will eat seed too. Deer will eat bird seed. But hey, got to put in the work. You won't catch the deers. But yeah, I love it. stay tuned. We're going to be doing some more work, putting some seeds in the ground. Appreciate y'all coming along, hanging out. Always working year round. Help us catch more deers. Appreciate y'all. Hoo-dee-hoo.